wet wipes, case a bum try to touch me. Ew. I'm the Terminator. Bitch talk slick, I'ma have to terminate her. These little nappy-headed hoes need a perminator. You nappy-headed hoes need a perminator.
Yeah, I was planning on doing this video tomorrow when my hair is together. When, you know, I can go outside and the lighting will be better. But I just want to do it right now and get it out of the way, get it off my chest. I jotted some brief notes down because you know me, I can be a little random. And I want to stay to the point. Before I say anything, what I really wanted to say was African Export on YouTube. I really, really appreciate her response to the subject matter. I felt like it was very to the point, and it was very logical. It was very intelligent. It wasn't, you know, in the heat of the moment, I'm upset, I'm mad, you know, going crazy. And I really liked what she had to say about the issue. Okay. I feel like what's most important to remember is that it's a song. Okay, let me back up a little bit. Okay, first of all, for those that are a little confused, Nicki Minaj recently released her first official album. You know, she had mixtapes. This is her first official album. And on this album, she has a song called "Did It On Him," which I took as not necessarily a diss, but she briefly addresses Little Kim in the song, and I personally really like the song. Actually, on one of my videos on my hair care channel, I have that song playing in the background, which is crazy. Anyways, within the song, there's one line, and the line says, "These little nappy-headed hoes need a perminator." And so the natural hair community on YouTube is in an uproar. They're totally upset, and they're talking about boycotting Nicki Minaj, you know, not buying her products, her album, and kind of disgusted with people who are supporting her. And anybody that's on my Facebook knows I go hard for Nicki Minaj. I'm not like a super fan or anything like that, but I play her music all day. I mean, back to Beam Me Up Scotty, like I really, really like her. And I don't do a whole lot of rap, and I definitely don't do a lot of female rap. But she is one of a short list that I do listen to. And what I think is really, really important to remember is that she's an entertainer. She's there to entertain. And just like Richard Pryor, or Chris Rock, or, you know, anybody that their job is to entertain, shock value, the shock factor is a big part of entertaining people. Just like when Nas put out, you know, his album, The N-Word, with the photo of, like, you know, lynch marks on his back, welt marks, whatever. Shock value is important when you're entertaining people. You know, when you go on a roller coaster or you go through a haunted house, they don't say, hey, a vampire's going to pop up there right now. No, it's unexpected. It's crazy. It's a little shocking. It's a little scary. Sometimes it may make you angry, but you have to remember at the end of the day, it's meant to entertain you. You know what I mean? And you may not believe me about this, but, you know, Trina, Lil Kim, Six Like Foxy Brown, I mean, they talk about taking 5 and 6 guys at the same time and sucking this, licking that, looking at this. But me personally, I believe in their personal lives, they're not even freaky like that. I mean, listening to Trina speak in some of her interviews, I don't personally believe that she gets down like she says she gets down in the songs. It's just a part of entertainment. You know what I mean? Or like the chick from Married with Children, she's not really a ditzy, dumb blonde. It's meant to entertain you. Anyway, that's beside the point. One of the girls, I think her name was Lovelace or something like that, she was saying that, you know, Nicki Minaj, she's from Trinidad, you know, and most of her family, most of the people from islands, they wear locks, they wear their hair natural. Not a whole lot of them, there are some, but not a whole lot of them have processed hair. And, you know, she feels like she's a total hypocrite and she's self-hating. And I felt like, for you to even, you know, say that, you should kind of realize that what you're saying is ridiculous. This is how I took it. When I listened to it, I didn't think she was talking about women with natural hair, because if you are a Nicki Minaj fan like I am, you watch some of her older interviews on YouTube, and she tells you, you know, that's where she gets the whole Harajuku Barbie thing from, is that culture of wearing whatever you want to wear, doing whatever you want to do, being crazy and outrageous and funky, and she's not going to tell a chick who her confidence and her style is to go natural to get a relaxer. To me, that's not what she was talking about. To me, she was saying for the girls who are relaxed and, they're not doing anything with their hair, friggin' got new growth like this, and, they got that same tire weave in there, they look a hot mess, and, they need to get a touch-up, they need to get it together. They're falling off their game, they need to step it up, and that's how I took it. Personally, I can't say what she meant when she said it, but I feel like it's a little ridiculous, even if she did mean it in a derogatory way towards naturals. I mean, that's her freaking priority. I mean, that's her prerogative. It made me think about Monique. Monique, come on, she's notorious for saying, F these skinny bees, I hate these skinny heifers, they always talking about me going to the buffet, this and that, but that doesn't mean, because I'm skinny, I can't enjoy Monique's comedy. I mean, she's funny, she entertains me, so I watch her. I don't really think she has a hate in her heart for thin women. That's ridiculous. It's part of comedy, you know what I mean? It's meant to entertain you, and I feel the same way about Nicki Minaj. It's something that's meant to entertain you. Is the beat nice? Is the lyrics, are they logical? Are they creative? Are they witty? Are they funny? Are they what? I mean, if it's a good piece of work, why would you get mad just because she said something that you took to her insulting you? It made me think about that Young Berg incident a couple of years ago when he was like, in a radio interview, he was like, I don't do dark butts. And all her dark-skinned girls got mad. They was upset. And I felt like, seriously? Wow. And I feel like anytime it's the minority or it's the underdog, it's a big issue. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, we can have a show called BET. We can have black award shows and not nominate white people, and then if the white people were to put out a white award show and say black people, can't be nominated, we'd be upset. Why? Because we're the minority. It seems inappropriate. Similarly, if a fat girl was to talk, which has happened to me before, tell me, I don't have no hips, or I don't have no butt, it's cool, it's funny, I shouldn't be upset. But if I was to tell her, you fat antelope, your boobs are to your knees, that would be wrong. Because, she's, the way in society's eyes, it seems like she's at a lower standard, or she, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's stupid. I feel like it's retarded. You know what I mean? Because if it had been reversed, if she was talking about going natural and downplaying women who get relaxers, the natural hair community would not have been upset about that. And you want to know how I know? Because I see countless videos, whether it's on purpose or it's a subconscious, non-intentional thing. A lot of natural hair care videos kind of talk bad about women who get relaxers or make it seem like they're not at a point of consciousness yet. It's not that they are making a decision, they weighed the pros and cons, and they decided, hey, relaxers are what's best for me. They're saying, she's just not black enough yet. She's not real enough yet. She's not in touch with who she is. She's trying to be white. She's trying to do this and she's trying to do that. And I feel like that's totally freaking ridiculous. You know what I mean? Let me stay on topic. And the thing that makes me most angry is that there's so much music out there that has the wrong message. It's like, why are we getting upset about this? Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, countless rappers who make light of and even brag about the fact that they sold drugs to people in our community, tearing down and destroying the black community. The crack epidemic. Do you realize what that did to us and what it continues to do to our families? And we all about that. Port of Miami, come on, baby. We're all for that. We're all on board. And a comment about nappy head is what's really upsetting us. Joe Budden in one of his songs was talking about, with one of the Usher Confessions remix, was saying, about a girl being pregnant and not wanting to get an abortion. He was going to punch her in the stomach and she was going to leak the baby. Nobody is upset about this kind of stuff. And Yin Yang Twins came out all skeeting on your mouth, slapping my balls across your face. Everybody was excited about that. You know, they was shaking their salt shakers all over the place, and there was nothing wrong with that. That was not degrading. It was not demeaning to women. Heck no. Had a good beat. They was getting down to it in the club. But now that you've gone natural, now that you're high and mighty, somebody saying nappy head, that upsets you. That makes you real mad, and she can't be trusted. But you can buy all the other music. R. Kelly let y'all know 15 years ago when Aaliyah age ain't nothing but a number. So when he came out pissing on kids, y'all wasn't mad about that. Y'all was still stepping in the name of love, jazzing and grooving with him. It was all good. But as soon as it's about you, then you want to get mad. I feel like that's totally ridiculous. It's crazy. It bothers me. It really bothers me because there aren't enough female rappers out there, period. I mean, who's doing anything? Trina's the most recent one we had doing anything. I mean, Lil' Kim been out the game forever, okay? And the last crap that she did put out was bull crap. Last song I remember from her, I don't know if she's doing underground stuff now or what. Last thing I remember from her was Put Your Lighters Up, and it was bull crap. And her face is scary, and she's a freaking nut as far as I'm concerned. And I can't think of anybody that did anything since then. I don't know. I know Rashida does stuff, but she's not, you know, on that mainstream level. But I do like her, though. I do like her. But anyways, the point is she's doing it by herself. You know, I mean, she's undefeated because there's nobody going against her. And how can you be mad at somebody that's doing it all alone? I mean, the more successful that she is, the more that she's able to do, the more things that she's able to conquer, the more females that'll be able to do it. You know what I mean? I mean, think about the first group that was on Yo MTV Raps. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for them, where would Nicki Minaj be? Where would Ludacris be? Where would Jay-Z be? It wouldn't be any of that. So you have to give respect to the person that's doing it on their own. Whether you appreciate, you know, their craft or not, whether you think what they're saying is right or wrong or not. Like, I'm not for gangster rap. You know, I'm not for all that stuff that, you know, Ice Cube and Eazy-E were talking about. I'm not for that. But you have to respect what they were doing. Why? Because, I mean, first of all, it was for entertainment purposes. But also the fact that, you know, it was something different. It was something new. It was something, you know, anytime there's somebody that's the first person to do something, there's an amount of respect. There's a risk being took. You know what I mean? And I feel like you have a rapper like Missy Elliott who was wild and outrageous and kind of in your face, weird videos. You know what I mean? And then you have that sexy, sultry, you know, like Trina type, and you know, the ones that do the sing-song ones, you know what I mean? You have all these different personas, you know, that rough, that thug type deal, like, you know, Eve. I mean, they all have their own demographic. Or then you get like Kim, and you know, she tries to be sexy, but she has kind of a rough, almost mannish voice, and you know, her lyrics are really, you know, raunchy. And I feel like Nicki Minaj encompasses all those things. You know, she takes them all in. You know, she has very reflective, metaphorical songs like Dear Old Nicki, and then, you know, she has the raunchier, you know, funky nasty song. You know, she has a blend, a variety. You know, she has that BX, you know, edge, but she has that soft, you know, sexy side, and you know, she's like a Beyonce meets. I mean, she's all encompassing as far as I'm concerned, and that's what I really like about her. And I feel like even if you don't like her, that's your prerogative. But I don't feel like you should go on a campaign to get other people to dislike her, especially about something so petty. You know, if I mean, we got rappers now shooting people. Shooting, killing people, you know, doing all kinds of crazy nutso stuff. I mean, they got kids at home, but they out in Beverly Hills smoking weed with their baby mama. I'm like, they're neglecting their responsibilities as parents, and they feel like they got free will to do whatever they want. But when they get out of jail, open arms. It's all good. I feel like that's crazy. We really need to get our priorities in order. And just realize that it's music, it's entertainment. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. You know, if I see something on TV I don't like, I don't say, oh my God, I'm running the network. This is foolishness. Why are they wasting airtime with it? No, I flip the channel. That's all you gotta do.
Nappy headed hoes need a perminator. You nappy headed hoes need a perminator.